Well, hello there. Happy Friday. Yeah, I did say Friday. So here is the thing, ladies and gentlemen. I haven't gone back and validated and verified this for sure, but I am almost positive I have been a terrible weekly food vlogger this week and not really been vlogging my food. There has been so much happening in this house and just in life, and so I've been running around doing a bunch of other things and then just eating, and then before I know it, I've eaten and not filmed something, and I'm just like, this is awful. So to make up for that, if you will, instead today, which is Friday the 19th, weigh-in day, which is when I was like, oh, I gotta sit down and talk about my weigh-in, realizing that I probably haven't filmed more than 4 minutes or 3 minutes worth of content the entire week. I'm like, you know what? We're gonna do what I eat in a day today. So that's gonna be the weekly cut vlog for this week, but I got a lot to tell you because there have been some changes that have come to light. My weigh-in has happened and it's making me kind of think about expanding my cut just a little bit. So we're gonna chat about that. We're gonna chat about the weigh-in. I'm gonna show you what I've been eating, and it's gonna be a good, fun Friday. It is Friday, happy day. It is beautiful outside. It feels like summer because I'm in Florida. It's currently, let's see, it's 75 degrees today. Happy day. And so it's gonna be a good day. So if you are new here, hello, my name is Brianna, the diva behind Diva and the Divine, and I am so glad you clicked on this video today. And if you are a returning subscriber, returning to hear more about my 9-week cut, welcome back. I'm glad you're here. Let's just go ahead and dive right into my day. Is my lunch. The total for this plate is 475 calories. I'm using the Sara Lee Delightful Bread. 2 slices is 90 calories. I have 1 slice of full-fat cheddar cheese on there and 2/3 of a tablespoon of full-fat avocado mayo from Primal Kitchen. 3.5 ounces of deli turkey. I have the Enlightened broad beans. Ooh, I have the Enlightened broad beans, which I found at Aldi of all places. I used to get these all the time. I loved these. And then they just fell off my radar. I kind of forgot about them, but I saw these at Aldi and I grabbed them because I love them so much. It is 100 calories for 1 ounce, which is what you see here. But look at those macros. 3 fat, 15 carb, but 5 of which are fiber and 7 grams of protein. They are roasted broad beans, and how stinking awesome is that? And then I have carrots for 30 calories, 3 ounces of carrots. That's my lunch. Oh, my friends, let's chit chat for a hot second. Oh, I also just realized that I didn't actually film my cookies, my dessert. I had 3 cookies from Alyssa's Cookies. They are real solid macros, high fiber, oat-based cookies. Really, really love them. They're pricey, but they're also only available in select grocery stores, and Publix happens to be one of the grocery stores they're available in, and so I can get them in grocery stores while I'm here. So this is the, woo, sorry, I'm using a tripod. I'm holding a tripod to see if it helps me with that vlogging life, and I'm not convinced it does. So excuse me while I, try and get used to this. Anyway, so those cookies, I had 3 of them. They were 150 calories total, and I can show you the package later, I guess, or I'll pop it right here or something like that. Anyway, let's chat about weigh-in. I was up 1.1. I want to be mad, but I can't be mad because A, I know where I am in my cycle, which is ovulation, mid-time, which my body in the past has been reacting to ovulation like it does my period. So with that information, I knew weight gain was coming because I've seen it coming the last couple of days on the scale, and I was like, I'm going up, and it is what it is. And based on yesterday, there was nothing, I didn't do anything wrong. I was perfectly on plan yesterday and perfectly on plan the day before. I've been staying in my range and been working out and been doing the things, except for yesterday I took a break, which is fine. But the bottom line is, through no fault of my own or my consistency did the gain happen. So it's all I can do, right? All I can do is what I can control. And in the meantime, after I weighed, I was feeling a little bit lean in the midsection, so I took some measurements, and my measurements are down. So the gain has rendered itself irrelevant, because if the measurements are down, that means the size of things is going the way I want it to go, right? So that's good. Like, it's not huge progress, but it's still progress, which is great. So what I have been debating on Instagram today, and I talked about it in my weigh-in post for the week, was the possibility of extending my cut for longer than the 9-week period. And I'm starting to lean towards doing that. And there are a couple of reasons why. First, when you look at a period of time to cut, the max you should really do is like 20 weeks tops, absolute tops. So I'm like not even halfway to that point. If I do 9 weeks, then I'd be able to do 11 more if I wanted to. And I don't want to do 11 more. I don't want to do that. But I wouldn't be mad about doing a couple more, especially since literally the first half of this cut has been me figuring things out about my body hormonally. So I haven't even begun to get the momentum that has the potential to show up once I make these changes on a more consistent basis. So my thought is this: the process of going home is going to happen soon. We actually leave. Today is Friday the 19th. We only have one more Friday. Next weekend is when we head back home. So we're probably gonna leave Sunday or Monday, and then we will be in Illinois for a couple of days, and then our goal is to be back in Minnesota by Good Friday. So what day is that? The 2nd? April 2nd? Something like that. Sorry, the lighting keeps changing. The sun is doing weird things. And so that whole week is gonna be funky anyway. Especially with eating. I'm gonna do my best to track, but again, we're staying with my grandparents and they don't have a food scale and all that jazz. So here's my thought. My thought is I'm going to up my calories just a little bit. Like, I'm thinking my current range is 1600 to 1700. I'm thinking maybe 18 to 1900 for the week of travel, to give my body a little bit of room, see what a calorie increase does for that week, which is technically the final week of my 9-week challenge, which I didn't, when I picked 9 weeks, I didn't plan on the final week being travel week. That was not part of the plan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase my calories. If the squeaking starts, Gracie's trying to play with me. If I'm going to increase my calories, and then when I get home, I have to go and restock my fridge in my pantry and get all the foods. And my husband and I are going to be into a little bit more thorough meal prep, meal planning, healthier snacks, a lot more produce, which is stuff we've already done on a regular basis, but even he's interested in like increasing the amount of produce and focusing more on nutrition rather than just like, I can't say we're not focused on nutrition, because we've always been focused on nutrition, but even more so, like honing it in hardcore. That's what we want to start doing once we get home. So I think that a week of the gradual increase, and then 1 week of increase by 200 calories, and then knocking back down and doing like cut part 2 once we get home, and seeing how the momentum gathers with that. And so that's going to be the plan. I'm going to go ahead and extend a little bit. I don't have a final date for you. We'll see how frustrated or how not frustrated I get with everything that happens with my body. I don't know. We'll see. But that's the update. So this week I had a gain, not unexpected, but not due to my eating or anything, just due to my cycle. So there it is. There you have it. one of the primary changes that I have noticed since I've started cycle syncing, and I'm sorry if you're tired of hearing those words, I ain't gonna stop because that's what I'm focused on right now. But one of the tips that I got in the books was do not, under any circumstances, drink caffeine without first having had food, which is completely contrary to basically how I've run my mornings, right? Like, I have been the one who always gets up and has coffee and then delays breakfast until like 10:30 in the morning. So, but apparently that act in and of itself can release hormones, cause hormones to go wacky, stress hormones, whatever, because caffeine, not the best thing for us, right? But here's the thing that I have noticed. One positive change, yeah, I guess it's positive change, but one thing that I've consistently seen a difference in is my hunger levels. Not joking, in that they're not there. I'm not hungry. And here, I was always told that caffeine is an appetite suppressant, right? But I don't know what it is about the having my cup of coffee with breakfast. I did the same thing this morning. I had my egg fold over and I ate that before I had my coffee. So I had food in my system, and I ate lunch, and I just realized that like as I was drinking water, I'm like, oh, I'm really behind on water today. And I'm like, my stomach feels so full. There's not room in my body for all the water. How am I going to do that? And as I was thinking that, I processed what time it was, and it's almost time for my afternoon snack, 4 p.m. And I don't want it. I am not at all hungry, and this has been a normal occurrence. I am not hungry. I have been running my meals based on the clock and not due to my hunger. But the thing is, like, I won't eat if I have been going on hunger for the last couple of weeks. Like, how crazy is that? That, like, the most significant change, which is going to help me tremendously if this change makes it so I'm not hungry as often or as powerfully or as ravenous or as cravey or whatever you want to call it. It's a positive change. I'm still adapting to that lifestyle of 1 cup of coffee in the morning, or I guess it's 1.5 or 2. It's one instance of caffeinating. I have not been using caffeine-filled pre-workout, only caffeine-free pre-workout. No caffeine in my BCAAs, nothing. No afternoon pick-me-ups, none. Totally lost my train of thought thanks to the phone. There's a phone here that nobody ever picks up, and yet they still have it functional, and so it rings a billion times a day. Obnoxious, and the answering machine answers, and half the time it just buzzes at you like the person has hung up, but occasionally they leave a message, and of course when I'm recording is when they leave a message. Anyway, the whole I swear it's got to be the caffeine in the morning thing, like the not consuming caffeine on an empty stomach and lessening my caffeine in total, that has got to be having a positive effect on my hunger. I don't know, but I thought you should know. Here is dinner this evening. It is leftovers from our dinner last night. This is the Skinny-ish dish meatloaf and Little Potato Company roasted potatoes and a whole lot of broccoli. And the total for all of those things is only 345 calories. Y'all, this meal cannot be beat. It really can't be beat. So I'm very, very excited to eat this. I'm not terribly hungry yet, but I also really need to eat because I haven't eaten since lunch. So there we go. 20 after 9, and I am finishing up my day with a Dough Bar Donuts protein donut. I got double toppings on top of it, so I am tracking it for 300 calories, 200 of which is the base. I could actually even track it for a little bit more. I have the calories to spare today, but that is the entirety of what I ate today. Hello there, friends. Happy Saturday. And I don't like the cut of regular t-shirts. This is my husband's t-shirt. Men's t-shirts, I swear, they are, the female cut is definitely the right way to go. I just feel, but it's a Panthers t-shirt because there's a Panthers game in about an hour. So I wanted to hop on here and say a couple of things. First of all, most of my gain from yesterday, gone. For real. And then secondly, did I show you the donut I ate last night? I must have shown you the protein donut I ate last night. I clocked in slightly under my calories. Real thrilled about that. Actually, pretty significantly under my calories. I think like at least 100 calories under my lowest goal. I'll have to look. But feeling really good this morning. I had a protein shake for breakfast, one of the Fairlife nutrition shakes, 450 calories, 30 grams of protein. Breakfast was real late because I slept in a little bit, and then I drank my protein shake only so I could have my coffee because, again, not having caffeine on an empty stomach. Of course, I had 2 cups of coffee while I was reading the last book of Harry Potter, not the last book, the 5th book of Harry Potter. Order of the Phoenix, and I feel like a little bit weird and jittery from it. I don't know what's going on with me and caffeine, but it's a very interesting relationship that I'm learning to have with it. Anyway, let's talk about Harry Potter for a hot second. Order of the Phoenix. The book, so much better than the movie. I feel like they should have added the hour onto the movie that it would have taken to do that book justice. Am I the only one here that thinks that, like, that battle scene and the explanation from Dumbledore and the details that were left out of the movie? My Harry Potter love and heart could not handle it. Let's be clear. I've read all of the books before. I read them. I'm the generation that it started coming out when I was in junior high school and finished coming out when I was in college. So I purchased the books as they were released and got to read them as the rest of the world discovered them at the same time. Same with the movies. It was a very, very cool time to be a Harry Potter fan. Because now you don't have to wait anymore. You can get all of them at once. We had to wait a year after the books, in between the books, to get the next edition. And it was so exciting and so fun. But I haven't read the books since then. And then when quarantine happened, March 2020, I decided to buy the books for myself because I don't know where the books are that I used to originally own. I have all of them somewhere in my parents' house. Who the heck knows where they are. But now I have my own set, right? And it took me like 2.5 months to read the 5th book because I'm reading book club books and other books and these cycle syncing books. I'm reading a lot. But I finally sat down and finished the last 3 or 4 chapters this morning. I can't. It might be my new favorite Harry Potter book. Yeah. Anyway, today I had, like I said, the protein shake for lunch, and I made a salad for breakfast. I made a salad for lunch. Super delicious. And I made a point. I was doing some research yesterday. Long story, I'll tell you later. Stay tuned if you want to hear about the other things I'm messing with. But I made it a point to make sure there were no carbs, or low carbs. Carbs aren't the enemy, but like nothing high starchy. There's only protein and some fat. I have avocado in here. So I have spring greens, romaine, 6 ounces of chicken almost. Yeah, almost 6 ounces of chicken and a little bit of the Bolthouse Farm ranch dressing and a little bit of barbecue sauce, some salsa, some cilantro for liver detoxification. And what else? What else? I should throw some flax seeds in there or something. I don't know. But I made it a point to plan ahead because of some research I was doing via the Instagram account, The College Nutritionist, and her formula for your days and everything. I'm way into this. Her food on her Instagram looks so stinking good that I was like, it perfectly aligns with the things that I want to do in terms of like more veg and just all the things. Anyway, it was a deliberate choice because I know there's a likelihood of delicious food coming in here later. We're ordering out dinner tonight. And so I planned ahead and made sure that I saved my starchy things and my carby things and my sugar for something I actually want instead of just like frivolously throwing things in my salad, right? All that to say, I'm feeling really good. And on that note, I think I'm going to close this vlog out. Thank you all for hanging out with me today. I'm sorry that you didn't get a full week's worth of eating, but I hope the day and a half, I got barbecue sauce on myself. The day and a half was worth your watching. That's all I've got for today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and stay tuned for a lot more looks And stay tuned for more videos in the not too distant future. Take care.